what happens to your letter after you drop it in the mailbox? In the vast world of communication, there exists a fascinating, mysterious journey that every letter embarks on. It's a journey filled with twists, turns, and lots of surprises. Now, you might be thinking, a letter? Going on an adventure? How? Well, believe it or not, each letter you post has its own unique tale to tell. And to help us unravel this intriguing mystery, we've got a friendly guide. Meet Lenny. Lenny is not your ordinary piece of paper. He's a lively, charming, and adventurous letter, ready to take us on a whirlwind tour of his world. From the moment he leaves your hands to the moment he reaches his destination, Lenny's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. So, buckle up and prepare for an adventure like no other. So come join us as we follow Lenny's adventure. The first stop on Lenny's journey is the collection box. This is where all letters like Lenny wait patiently for their turn to begin an exciting adventure. But how does Lenny and his friends get whisked away from here, you ask? Well, it's pretty simple. Every day, at specific times, a big, friendly collection van comes rumbling down the street. It's a bit like your school bus, but instead of picking up kids, it picks up letters. The driver of the van, let's call her Miss Daisy, hops out and unlocks the mailbox. She carefully gathers all the letters, ensuring none are left behind. As she closes the mailbox, you can almost hear a sigh of relief from the letters. They're finally on their way. Miss Daisy, with a gentle smile, places all the letters into a big bag in the van. And just like that, with the sound of the van's engine fading into the distance, Lenny embarks on his journey. With that, Lenny is off to his next big adventure. After a short ride, Lenny arrives at the sorting office. Now this is where our letter Lenny meets some really cool machines and technology. You see, Lenny isn't the only letter on this journey. There are thousands, even millions of letters and packages that come here every day. So, to keep things moving smoothly, the sorting office has some pretty nifty tricks up its sleeve. First off, Lenny and his friends are all different. Some are big, some are small, some are thick, and some are thin, but at the sorting office, everyone gets a fair turn. So, the first thing that happens is that all the letters are sorted by size and shape. It's like a huge, fun puzzle, where every piece finds its perfect place. But wait, there's more. After the size and shape, it's time to sort by destination. So, Lenny, being a letter, has a very important piece of information on him: the address. This is where he needs to go. So, the sorting office uses super smart machines that can read this address. These machines are like detectives deciphering every clue to figure out where each letter should go. It's quite a sight to imagine. Now remember, Lenny is just one letter among millions, so the machines have to be really quick. They scan and sort each letter in just a blink of an eye. It's like a fast-paced dance where every move is perfectly timed. And just like that, Lenny and all the other letters are sorted. They're grouped together based on where they're going. It's like they've found their travel buddies for the next part of the journey. So, what's next for our adventurous letter, Lenny? Well, now that he's sorted and grouped with his new friends, it's time for him to hit the road again. That's right, the journey continues. But for now, we'll leave Lenny here, ready for the next chapter of his exciting adventure. With all the letters sorted, it's time for Lenny to hit the road again. Next, Lenny and his fellow letters start their journey to their destinations. Just as we use different modes of transport to travel, so do our letters. To begin with, Lenny and his friends are loaded onto large, rumbling trucks. These trucks are like the buses we ride to school, but instead of carrying children, they carry hundreds of letters and packages. They're like post offices on wheels, making sure all the mail gets where it needs to go. Now you might wonder, what if Lenny's destination is really far away, say across the ocean? Well, that's where airplanes come in. If a letter or package needs to get somewhere quickly or across great distances, it hops on a plane. It's just like when we travel on vacation, but instead of suitcases and passengers, these planes are filled with letters and packages, all eager to reach their recipients. But wait, not all mail travels by air. If Lenny's destination is across the sea and there's no rush, he might find himself on a ship. These giant vessels, like floating cities, carry thousands of letters and packages across the world's oceans. Imagine Lenny, bobbing across the waves, seeing dolphins and whales, and enjoying the salty sea air. What an adventure! How do they decide which transport to use? It all depends on how far the letter needs to go and how quickly it needs to get there. For local deliveries, trucks are perfect. For longer distances and speedier deliveries, airplanes are the way to go. And for the longest journeys, where time is not of the essence, ships are the best choice. So, whether by truck, plane, or ship, Lenny and his fellow letters make their way across cities, countries, and continents. They travel by day and by night, in sunshine and rain, always moving closer to their final destinations. After an exciting ride, Lenny finally arrives at his destination city. And just like that, the next leg of Lenny's journey is about to begin. But we'll save that for the next scene. Stay tuned. Lenny's journey is almost over, but he has one last stop, the recipient's mailbox. Let's imagine our letter, Lenny, is now comfortably seated in the postman's bag. Our postman is a very important person in this journey. He is the one who ensures that Lenny reaches his final destination safely. Think of him as the captain of a ship, steering Lenny through the vast ocean of houses, apartments, and buildings. Every morning, our postman starts his day by sorting through a mountain of letters and packages, each one destined for a different address. He carefully organizes them, making sure that Lenny and his friends are all in their right place. A mix-up would mean a delay, and we can't have that, can we? Once the sorting is done, he sets off on his route. He knows his territory like the back of his hand, left at the old oak tree, straight past the blue house, right at the playground. He's got it all mapped out in his head. Now, imagine the sound of the postman's footsteps crunching on the gravel as he approaches the mailbox. He reaches into his bag and pulls out Lenny, giving him a quick once-over to make sure he's in good shape. Then, with a satisfying clink, he opens the mailbox and slides Lenny inside. Can you hear the creak as the mailbox door swings open, and the soft thud as Lenny lands on the pile of letters already waiting inside? It's music to the postman's ears, a sweet symphony of successful deliveries. And just like that, our postman moves on to his next delivery, leaving Lenny behind. But don't worry, Lenny isn't lonely. He's exactly where he needs to be, snug and secure in the mailbox, waiting patiently for the recipient to discover him. And with that, Lenny has completed his journey. He's ready to deliver his message to the recipient. And that, my friends, is the exciting journey of a letter. A journey that begins with you and a pen, a piece of paper, and a stamp. From the moment you drop it into the mailbox, the adventure begins. Our letter gets picked up with all its fellow letters and parcels, and then whisked away to the sorting office, where it gets categorized by size, shape, and destination. Once sorted, it's off on a thrilling ride, whether by truck, airplane, or even boat, to get closer to its final destination. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, when our letter is delivered with a smile by the mail carrier right to the recipient's doorstep. Each step of the journey is crucial. Each person plays a vital role, all to make sure your letter reaches where it's supposed to go. Next time you drop a letter in the mailbox, just think about the amazing journey it's about to embark on.